Welcome back. Today we're looking at optical illusions until I start hallucinating or something. That might just be image one, honestly. I look at one, start losing my mind, and then the video's over, man. But we have a lot to go through, ranging from things that are gonna make us go, huh? To things that are gonna make us go, uh-oh, to things that are gonna make us go, nothing's real. The weirdest part about looking at optical illusions is it makes you realize how much our brain is just guessing with things, where it's just like, yeah, let's just show them this. This is what we think they're looking at. And it's like, is it though? So let's jump into it. But before we do, are you an optical illusion? Because every time I stare at you, I don't believe what I'm seeing. Or something. The vertical blue lines are straight and parallel. No, they're not. So we're working with some dark blue lines and some light blue lines, and then all of the lines have lines, but all the lines on the lines are a little crooked. I think that's where the foul play is. And I'm sure these little white and black squares are doing something to my brain. I don't know. My brain seems to get easily confused. So anything on here could be the thing confusing it. But these vertical lines, they absolutely look like they're slanted, like the outside one's kind of in and the inside one's kind of out. But if you focus on them, they're equidistant for sure. I don't like it. I feel like I'm being tricked. Why does my brain show me crooked lines when they're straight lines? Huh? This one is definitely an optical illusion, but it's not really wowing me. Like, I don't feel like I'm losing my mind. It's just like, these lines look like they're a little crooked, but they're not. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Who would have thought? There are 12 black dots always showing. Oh, okay, this is gonna make me lose it, I think. Yeah, okay, so there's black dots, kind of with a white ring around them, and there's a gray kind of grid thing going on here. But every time I'm looking at a dot, I can kind of only see the ones to the left and the right of it, and the rest of them kind of disappear. That's trippy. But it's also just kind of like, because I'm not looking at them, you know? Maybe if I lean way back. Nope, same thing. I don't think I can see any of them when I lean back. Okay, if I get way close, ooh, okay, so if you get really close to where these dots are now like pretty big, your brain is like, okay, that's important enough to show it to them, okay? But if something is small, your brain's just like, nah, don't overwhelm them. And that kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, because I feel like my brain, of all things, should know how smart or not smart I am. So my brain thinking I can't handle 12 dots at once hurts my feelings, not gonna lie. Do you see it? I totally feel like one of these images could just get us to stare at a bunch of diagonal lines for like 10 minutes until we realize there's nothing actually there. Although this is making my eyes get all twitchy, man. Ooh, I don't like this one. Yeah, look at it for a little while and then look away. This makes everything look like TV static. Honestly, even just looking at it, I know it's just a bunch of black and white lines, but it looks like my eyes can't focus on it. Guys, you look all freaky right now, all right? You usually that freaky? Anyway, the question was, do you see it? Is there something in here? There almost looks like a face. Video's over. I'm hallucinating. What if we shrink it? We grab the image, we make it tiny. How about that? We are now immune to its charms. Oh, I saw it. Okay, yeah, it's that Dutch painting of that girl with the pearl earring. It's in there, but holy smokes, is that faint. That one definitely did something to my eyes, man. I don't know if I like that. Imagine my vision just gets stuck like that. It was kind of like a bonus that there was even an image in there. Honestly, this did the most to me so far. What are we looking at here? An 8 of hearts. What's the twist? What's the illusion? The title is just, can't believe I never noticed this. Is it this 8 right here? This isn't really an optical illusion, but there's kind of an 8 in the middle here, whether or not that's on purpose. But you could argue that like, hey man, this is just the pattern they use for all the things. This could genuinely be an accident, but it's cool. If not, there's an 8 in the 8. I don't know if that's really an illusion though. It's more just like a, dang, you notice that. At first you see a rock floating in the air, and then I see a rock floating in the air, and then what? That's all I can see. They tricked me. Why'd you set me up like that? It's like a cliff edge, and then like they're way up high. Oh, this is water. This is water reflecting clouds. It does look crazy though, doesn't it? This is definitely a good illusion. Yeah, it looked like at first glance they were just way up in the air looking down on like a foggy valley, or just it's foggy just from the distance. Maybe they're up with the clouds or something. This rock's just kind of floating right off the edge of the cliff. That's what my brain saw. Maybe because the title told me to see that, but this is definitely just water, and this is its reflection. They got me. I am susceptible to suggestion. You tell me it's a floating rock, and even though I know it's not physically possible, I will believe you. What do you see? I see a person and 2 dogs. Don't try to trick me again already, man. Is it not a person and 2 dogs? Is that not a dog? It's just like a fawn or something. That's the trick. I'm assuming one of these is not a dog. Oh, this could not be a dog. Wait, what? What did I just say? This is another dog. Look at this. This is not a hat. It looks like a beanie. This is a tail of like a poodle or something. Although these legs are so thick, this look like human legs. I don't know if that's actually real or not. I'm not the guy to come to with dog questions. I've never had a dog before. But this looks like it could not be a person. Unless they're wearing like entirely black fur. I'm gonna say this is probably a black fur dog. That's my final answer. It's not a person, it's a 3rd dog, a black poodle. Let's go. We're smart. Our brain didn't bother trying to trick us on that one. The title tried to trick us. Again, the power of suggestion, being like, this image is a person and 2 dogs. Or is it? It was not, but a good illusion, because this does look like a person with like a thick coat on, like a furry coat, some black pants, and like a kind of a fuzzy beanie. But the whole outfit being like the same color and texture was kind of the giveaway. I was like, why are they wearing like the exact same material head to toe? This is either a poodle or Lady Gaga. Little 2010 humor for you. Hope you like it. Go ahead, find the curved line. They're simultaneously all curved and none of them are curved. Another one of those times my brain's just like showing me just the wrong thing just for fun, just for the laughs. There's definitely no curves in this image. I don't even know why it would correct that. Cause like, look, on this image, I'm like, okay, I can see the trickery. There's a bunch of twisty, turny lines and shapes and colors that are probably designed by someone who understands vision a little better to trick us. But my man, this is just a grid. Why is my brain saying, hey, these lines are curved, bro? And I'm like, but they're not though. What's funny too is that, like, not to make my brain out to be some sort of bad guy. He's chill most of the times, but I look over here and my brain's like, yo, these are all curved. And I look over here and it's like, just kidding. Like, it's my brain both times. You'd think if you looked at this image long enough, your brain would eventually stop showing you curves. It should over time learn that there are no curves, right? Let's try that. Let's stare at it for a little while, kind of moving our eyes around it, kind of like painting it in our mind, making our brain very familiar with this image. Okay, brain, look at every single grid. Look at every little street corner. They're all perfectly straight. See that? Every single one of them, perfectly straight. Horizontal, vertical, no curves. Okay, now we look at one corner. Curves. Curves. That's a little disappointing. Am I incapable of learning? Not the first time I've been told that. Yeah, that one's weird. I don't know. It's not like the craziest illusion ever. It's definitely subtle, but the fact that I can't even see why my brain would misinterpret this image is what bothers me the most. To me, it's just a bunch of squares. Why is my brain like, whoa, but are they though? What if they're curved? Knock it off, man. These plates are face down. When you find the one that is face up, all the plates will be turned face up. Okay, they're all face up for me. Did I find that one first? I looked at this one first, and it looked face up to me. If they're all face down, one of them has to look more face up than the rest of them, even though they're all face up. I'm losing it, man. Are they all face up or are they all face down? It kind of says both. I don't know what's correct. Me seeing them face up, is that good? Is that correct? If I look at them long enough, will they become face down? I feel like I'm losing it. All right, let's move on. This is a real unaltered photo taken by photographer Keinichi Ono. A real unaltered photo, but how? This seems like 3 images spliced together, doesn't it? So this one on the right side looks like kind of like an old-timey photo, doesn't it? Looks like a low light kind of sunset, like a lake with like a shoreline and like a, I don't know, just like a sunset-y sky. Looks like almost old film camera. Here's a bird. We'll come back to that. And then this just looks like a regular blue water image. This looks like they just added that on there. I can believe the bird with this. I could even believe the bird with this. Man, this is really weirding me out. I don't know how to see anything else. Also, the perfectly straight line is freaking me out too. What's up with that? I'm gonna have to phone a friend for this one. That brownish looking thing is actually a retaining wall and a reflection in the water. The brown looking thing, like this, is a retaining wall? That doesn't really help me very much. Oh my goodness. I see it. Wow. I can't unsee it now. This is just like a normal photo. I mean, it's a creatively illusionary photo, but it's just a normal photo. So let me help you out if anyone hasn't gotten it yet. This is like a structure in the water. This is like just as a wall. Don't see it as the sky. This is just like a tannish wall. And this is its reflection in the water. That's it. Then it's just kind of like dirty on the bottom here. This is all the same body of water. This is crazy. I feel a little stupid now, honestly, because it looks just like what it is now that I know, but I was having such a hard time not seeing this as a shoreline. This is what a shoreline looks like, at least where I live. You got just kind of like trees dotting the edge with like a little bit of a beachy kind of dirt sand color, and then its reflection. Yeah, this is just a little retaining wall in the water. The bird is just doing bird stuff, and then this is just regular water without the wall blocking it. Reflections are crazy, man. Man, that was a good one. I was expecting all these images to just be stuff like this, where it's just like designed specifically to mess up your brain. I didn't expect like an actual photo to trick me. Whatever my brain thinks first really sticks, and then I have to work myself backwards. I saw a shoreline here, and then my brain was like, yeah, that's it. Everything else needs to make sense to this now. Really makes you think. Sometimes first impressions can be powerful, too powerful. You gotta have multiple pieces of data. Like if this is your first video of mine that you've watched and you're thinking, this guy, he looks weird, he talks weird, he's not funny, his channel sucks, GregBroDudeMan? What kind of channel name is that? GregBroDudeMan, really? If that's what you're thinking, you gotta watch another video, dude. Oh, brother, dude, another one of these. I'm sick of these dang squares, man. These are all straight lines. This is just like that first one. I mean, yeah. Again, like I am not seeing it as straight lines, but if you dart your eyes around enough, you can tell that they are, but the image as a whole, it all looks like it's kind of skewed towards the middle, you know? Like it's kind of like goes in and then out. That's at least what I'm seeing. It's interesting though, because it's kind of the same trick, whatever that is, as the other one, where it's a checker type of squares like this. Two different similar colors, like two different shades of the same color. And then this sort of diamond pattern where it's like a black square on top and bottom, and then white left and right, but then it alternates where the one next to it is white and white, black and black. And this is the same thing, but with red and white. So I'm like, why is that the thing that tricks us? What's my brain doing with this information that like it sees a bunch of red and white arrows pointing up and down, and it's like, bro, let's show him this image and then tell him that he's crazy, man. But if I look at the whole thing, it's like, oh yeah, no, it's all skewed. And then I look at one spot and it's like, no, that's all straight, it looks good. I'm like, bro, you can't handle squares? That's gotta be the easiest shape. Again, not an expert, but a square seems like a safe one to understand. This painted fisheye sphere. Whoa, dude, it's like Google Maps vision. That's crazy. I want this, dude, this is cool. They painted this? I feel like I don't really believe it's painted. How else would you do it, you know, I guess? It just looks so photorealistic, at least in this low-res video. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool, man. I don't know if I would say it's an optical illusion necessarily. It's more just like a cool visual. I don't feel like I'm being illusioned, you know? This would be cool if this was easy to do. Like imagine just giving your friend like this little sphere for like their favorite place, you know? Or like you go on a trip somewhere and like one of your friends wanted to come on the trip but they couldn't make it. So you get them like a ball. So it's like, you can look at this and feel like you're there. Although that might be actually really lame. Maybe just getting it for yourself, I guess, of somewhere that you really like. My brain was not braining for a few seconds. Ha 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 ha, brain was not braining. Okay, looks like some kind of bug maybe? Right? In some water? Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Wow, okay, that tricked me for a little bit until I realized the water ripples, and then I was like, oh, it's sideways. I'll turn it for you in case you don't see it. Well, bam, it's just like a duck going through the water. Dang, pretty good. It is funny, it looked like a very strange looking bug or something going over like a window, I think is what I saw first, like a wet window maybe. It looks funny because it looks kind of like a guy going like this, which is great. You know, it could be a guy like flying through the sky going like this, like yes, 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 I can fly, which would be me if I could fly. I'd be pretty stoked about that. I don't think I'd ever take that for granted. It's crazy that all this video was someone just turning the video. Can't believe that one tricked you, honestly. All he did was just turn the video. Yeah. I would never be fooled by a video like this. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Focus on the middle of the video. This is gonna make me see something scary, I know it. Look at the dot above. Okay. Don't get distracted, Greg. Don't look around. Just focus on the dot. You got this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Here we go. Don't jump scare me, all right? Whoa. Wait, what? Whoa. It's black and white, but did you see the color of the walls? I did. Oh, it's fading now. Whoa. I don't know if you guys played along with that one, but it looked like a normal image, fully colored, and then it's now faded to black and white. That's crazy that just happened. I swear I saw colors, but now there's no colors. How does that happen? Just from looking at a dot. Okay, here's the two images back to back. Dang, even just flipping between them, I feel like I'm seeing a little hint of color just for a split second. I got poo brain, dude. Yeah, just staring at the dot and going back and forth, I'm seeing a little color depending on how long I'm on this image for. That's crazy. 2 thumbs up for that one. This is like when you wear, this is gonna make me sound old, but like, did you ever go watch a 3D movie in the movie theater where you had the red and blue glasses on? Those were the days, huh? Spy Kids 3D. When you wore those things for like 2 hours and took them off, you had just like insane person vision for like a good 10 minutes. That was something we paid to go do. Also, if you took the glasses off and tried watching a 3D movie that had the blue and red without the glasses on, it looked just totally messed up. It feels like such archaic technology, but it was sweet, you know? I mean, of course, the whole movie was blue and red, but I didn't mind. The race sequence, the big robot fight, hell yeah. Same ship, different angle. Now, why are they putting optical illusions on the ship? It looks like some sort of like Fortnite skin. Crazy opportunity for a World of Warships ad, but I don't do those. But yeah, this looks like some goofy, just like unlockable skin for a boat where you're like, whoa, look, I got the cool zebra print boat from getting level 100. It's like, okay, dude, I'm not taking you seriously anymore though. This would never actually happen. Turns out it does. They had crazy microtransaction skins on warships back in the day, looks like. I'm wondering why you would do this though. I get it's like a little bit trippy to look at, but like, did this actually give you some sort of tactical advantage? Like in a combat situation, the people fighting you would be like, whoa, it's bigger than I thought. It's not like you can't see it. It just looks weird. You know, that's really all it does. It makes me feel weird. Maybe it would mess up some sort of targeting system. I don't know. I've never seen a warship anything other than like a solid color, which is usually like gray. Dazzle camouflage, also known as razzle dazzle, love that. Or dazzle painting. Imagine working for the military, but you specialize in razzle dazzle. Hell yeah. Dazzle painting is a type of ship camouflage that was used extensively in World War I, and to a lesser extent in World War II and afterwards. The intention of dazzle is not to conceal, but to make it difficult to estimate a target's range, speed, and heading. Okay, I know I've been kind of roasting this ship a little bit, but there's a chance this actually did some good. Because yeah, I guess like if you don't know exactly which way it's facing, okay, I get it now. All right, we get there. All right, I had YouTuber brain for a second. I was like, how can I make a joke about this? But if you can't tell if it's facing like diagonally away from you or diagonally towards you, that would be something, because you don't know if it's heading towards you or away from you. So you might like go somewhere to fire on it from a position thinking it's coming towards you or away from you, and you might get into, you know, that would do something. I can actually see that. All right. Cool. Honestly, I didn't think we were gonna learn something today, but we did. Okay, we saw this one already. What's going on here, man? Or is it the same one? Maybe it's an illusion. Okay, mirror on mirror seems like clear glass. Whoa. Again, not really a optical illusion, but a cool optical. Because yeah, it's like, okay, it's a piece of mirror, and then it's like, whoa, it's just there. It's funny how obvious this one is. Like, of course that's what would happen, but I've never thought about that before. It looks like glass. So I guess in that sense, it is an illusion. The illusion is that it just looks like glass. So we'll give you some points for that. But yeah, it's like, obviously if there's a mirror facing up, then you put a mirror on top of it. It's like, okay, it's still a mirror facing up. Obviously that's how it would work, but it looks trippy. Like, it looks cool. I like it. A mirror on a mirror is a mirror? Huh? Smash like. That's crazy. Do you see the fourth person Yes, there's an arm right here with camo on. Maybe I saw it too quick. I just was looking at the 4 bottles and that there was a hand holding each one. And that's what they mean, right? This isn't like a guy right here, or there's not like a guy in these woods. I'm counting 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's not an image we're not supposed to like misunderstand. It's more like, wow, this person is a lot more camouflage than the rest of them, you know? Makes you think, is your camo really doing you any good? When your friend over here's got striped yellow and orange gloves. Neat though, pretty cool. I'm sure that if I hadn't looked at this first, maybe it would have taken me a little while. Because I think if I kind of look back like this, I could see myself not seeing that for a little while. But sorry, I've been talking so much smack towards my brain that it's like working overtime now to keep up. Okay, here we go. Oh, we've seen this before. This, well, I won't say it yet. This is a chasm of death that you could fall into. And this person driving is like, whoa, I'm not gonna go over there because I don't want to fall in this chasm of death. And then this car very nervously drives around it, and then this guy very nervously dips around it, and then you see that it's just water. It's just water, man. But I love that. It's such a cool visual. Even when they start driving, it still looks like a chasm. Like that first shot, I'm like, dude, that just looks like the ground fell out, doesn't it? I do think that I would figure out it's rain if I had been driving in the rain this whole time up until now. And also, like, if you're moving, I'm sure the illusion, like, they're stationary, so this illusion kind of works on us. But if you're moving towards it, it's probably a little more obvious it's water. So maybe this was just more for us, and they weren't actually thinking it was like a hole in the ground. But at any rate, it's a really cool visual. 10 out of 10. These aren't spirals. What do you mean? Oh, they're just rings. Whoa. Yeah, it absolutely look like spirals. Why do we get tricked by that? Again, it's these dang squares on squares on squares. Our brain just can't handle squares, man, especially if they're like checkered. Huh. Is it just because you've seen a spiral like this before, so your brain's like, I know how this works? But it has to be related to all these different squares, otherwise they wouldn't need to be there. Yeah, that's freaky. Here we go. This is a fun one. Keep your eyes on the cross. This one is really funny. And also freaky, dude. The faces should eventually start looking more and more just like warped and scary. But then if you actually look at the pictures, they are normal pictures of people. I don't even know what's happening. Maybe your brain is kind of like morphing them together or something, or like maybe guessing on features, but I swear, like, they look normal for like 2 or 3, and then it's just goblins all the way down. It's just like, oh, it's Tom Cruise and Liv Tyler. They all look like they don't have noses, or like really weird noses. Some people's eyes look big or small, or they have like 2 sets of eyes, or like very Voldemort looking mouths. Freaky, dude. Why does this one happen? This doesn't even have to be celebrity faces. They probably just use them because they're recognizable, but like this would work with any faces. Just 2 faces that look normal. And it must be something with them moving kind of quickly where they're constantly changing, and your brain's just kind of like totally guessing after a while. It's funny how freaky the faces look when you're not looking at them. If this one didn't work for you, just trust me, they look like little demon ghouls. They look like Floops Fooglies from Spy Kids. Sorry, that's 2 Spy Kids references in one video. I haven't watched those in 20 years. I don't know why I'm thinking of them right now. Looks like bad drawings of people. Okay, last one. This is an optical illusion. First you see a pair of shining legs, and then what? I see shiny legs. Are they shiny hot dogs? Are you tricking me? How come hot dogs have knees? These legs are not shiny. It's just white paint on dry legs. Oh, wow. I just got arted, bro. They just like painted, probably on purpose, where the shine would be. And it looks convincing. Man, that's crazy. All I see now is just paint on legs now. The illusion is gone, and now I feel silly. That's how all these have felt, honestly. Once the illusion is gone, you just feel silly for seeing it that way. It's like, oh, this rock is floating, and I'm like, no way, really? A floating rock? That's so cool. And then it's like, no, it's just a rock in a river, you dingus. And I'm like, oh, I might be dumb. But listen, guys, you're not dumb. I'm not dumb. What we've been looking at is what we in the business like to call illusions. Oh, this image. Are these flip-flops white and gold or black and blue? Don't do this again, man. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you had fun with that. very different for my channel. We've never done anything like this, but I like to do a video like once a month that's just not related to what I usually do, because if I always do what I usually do, I get bored and I feel like my channel is just a rehash machine. So this video obviously will get way less views than the rest of them, but I'm okay with that. I have to do it. I have to do something different every now and then. So thank you so much for watching this video that's different than everything else. I think that you're great, and I also know that you're great, and that's no illusion. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching until the end. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I would say hit the bell button, but apparently that button doesn't do anything anymore. So who cares, man? I'll see you around. How are there two of me? Which one's the real one? It's me.